Before we begin the next quiz from Carl Shoup's book, Test Your Bible Knowledge, I need to make a correction to the score from my previous quiz. I stated that I answered 6 questions correctly when, in fact, I only answered 5 correctly, which is a 50%, and that is a terrible score. However, I have another chance to get a perfect score with this next set of 10 questions. They will come from the final chapters of the book of II Chronicles, and hopefully there won't be any questions about the number of army men or any ratio questions regarding the number of children per wife or concubine. Well, the questions follow the events as they unfold in the Bible, and we should meet Hezekiah very soon. There should be some questions coming up about the Assyrian army and the invasion of Judah. Each of the questions has 4 answer choices, and they include a reference from the Bible for further research or to explain the answer. Okay, I'm ready to test my Bible knowledge, and I'll start with number 471. Because of his wickedness, King Jehoram was told in a writing from Elijah that he would die from A. Leprosy, B. his diseased bowels falling out, C. thirst, or D. headaches that would crack his skull. And I remember this story from the Bible, and the answer is B. his diseased bowels falling out. 471, it's B. 472. Jehoiada, the priest, who put the 7-year-old King Joash on the throne of Judah, was the husband of a daughter of A. King of Israel, B. King of Judah, C. Levite, or D. Philistine. And I don't have any idea what the correct answer here is. I'm going to have to eliminate some of these. I'm going to get rid of D. Philistine. That seems pretty easy. I don't think that's the answer. I don't think that C. Levite is the answer, although it could be because he was a priest, but I'm going to go ahead and eliminate it, and that leaves King of Israel or King of Judah. And since we've been talking a lot about the kings of Judah, I'm going to go with B, King of Judah. And we'll just have to see what the answer is because I don't remember at all what the correct answer is for this one. So 472, I'm going to put down B. 473. After Jehoiada's death, King Joash of Judah had Jehoiada's son Zechariah A. honored, B. ostracized, C. exiled, or D. killed. And I think that the answer for this one is D. killed. So for 473, I'm going to write down D as the answer. 474. When on command from the Lord, King Amaziah, son of Joash of Judah, sent the Israelite mercenaries back home even after he had paid for them, he averted a disaster at the cost of A. loss of face, B. monetary loss, C. monetary loss and slight property damage, or D. monetary loss, heavy property damage, and lives. I think that the answer for this question is D, monetary loss. I think that he lost the amount of money that he paid because I don't think that he used these mercenaries. He sent them back. And I think that the mercenaries did some property damage on their way back, and I think that they even killed some people. So I'm going to go for D on 474. 475. The equipment of Uzziah's army included A. helmets but no coats of mail, B. coats of mail and slings to cast stones, C. spears but no slings to cast stones, or D. spears but no army shields. This is a great question here. I don't know the answer, but it is a pretty good question asking for a lot of detail here, so I'm going to have to eliminate some of these and see if I can get down to the right answer. Let's see, I'm going to get rid of D, spears but no shields. It would make sense that they should have some shields, I guess. And I'm going to get rid of C, spears but no slings to cast stones. I think that casting stones was one of their weapons. D, coats of mail and slings to cast stones. That sounds like a pretty good answer. B, or A, helmets but no coats of mail. Let's see. I'm just going to make a guess here since I don't really know at all. And I'm going to pick A, helmets but no coats of mail for 475. 476. When King Uzziah entered the temple of the Lord to burn incense on the altar, his priests were A, overjoyed, B, complacent, C, indifferent, or D, outraged. And I think that the answer for this one is D, outraged. He wasn't really supposed to do this, to go into the temple like that. I think that they may have been outraged. So for 476, I'm going to go for answer choice D. 477. When King Ahaz, grandson of Uzziah, burned his children as an offering, he was following the practice of A, Uzziah, B, the worshippers of Balaam, C, the Assyrians, or D, no one in particular. I'm going to go right for choice B as my answer for 477. I think it was the worshippers of Balaam. So for 477, I'm going to pick B. 478. The 200,000 women, sons, and daughters of the men of Judah taken captive by the men of Israel under King Pekah were A, slaughtered, B, made bondmen and bondwomen, C, exiled, or D, sent back home. Okay, this is a pretty good question here also. I do kind of remember this story. I think that he made them bondmen and bondwomen. So B seems like it would be a pretty good answer. But I also think that he sent them back home. So D could be the answer also. So it'll be between B and D, because I don't think it's A, slaughtered, or C, exiled. So for me, I'm going to pick B as my answer, and we'll just have to find out what the correct answer is for 478. But right now, I'm going to choose B, made bondmen and bondwomen. 479. In II Chronicles chapter 28, the name of the king of Assyria is spelled, oh great, A, and it's spelled Tiglath-Pileser. B is Tilgath-Pilneser. C is Tiglath-Pilneser. And D is Tilgath-Pileser. Now, I think that the name for this king of Assyria, I think that the L in the first part of the name came before the G. So I'm going to get rid of answer choice A and answer choice C. So it will be between B and D, and I think that there may have been an N in the king's name, but I'm not sure. That would make B the correct answer. D, the second part of his name, doesn't have the N there. Let's see. I'm just going to pick B as my answer for 479. And this is another one. We'll just have to see what the correct answer is for this one. But right now, I'm going to choose B for 479. All right, 480. King Hezekiah, son of King Ahaz, decided that the house of the Lord should be A, cleansed, B, sanctified, C, cleansed and sanctified, or D, defiled. I'm going to eliminate D, defiled. That leaves the other three, cleansed or sanctified only, or cleansed and sanctified. And it would make sense that C, cleansed and sanctified, would be the best answer, so for 480, I'm going to pick C as my answer. All right, that's the end of that 10, and it's off to the back of the book to find out which one of these I answered correctly. The first one was 471, and I answered B, and the correct answer is B. That question was the one that asked about the disease for King Jehoram, and it was his bowels falling out. So 471, correct answer B. 472, the correct answer is also B, and that's what I wrote down. And that question was the one that I struggled with a little bit about Jehoiada and the husband of a daughter of, and it is king of Judah. So that one I was able to guess my way into getting correct. All right, 473. The correct answer for that question is D, and I wrote down D. That question was the one, it read, after Jehoiada's death, King Joash of Judah had Jehoiada's son, Zechariah. Correct answer D, killed. All right, 474. The correct answer for that question is D, and I wrote down D. It was the one about the mercenaries from Israel being sent back, and they did heavy property damage, and there was loss of life and monetary loss, so that was answer choice D. 475, the correct answer for that question was B, and I wrote down A. That question was the one about all of the equipment in Uzziah's army. I said helmets, but no coats of mail, and the correct answer is B, coats of mail and slings to cast stones. I should have picked that one, B. All right, 476. The correct answer for that one is D, and that's what I wrote down. That question, it was the one that asked, when King Uzziah entered the temple of the Lord to burn incense on the altar, his priests were, and it was D, outraged. 477. The correct answer for that is B, and I put down B. This one was the one that asked about King Ahaz and offering his children as burnt sacrifices. That practice was picked up from the worshippers of Balaam, which was answer choice B. 478. The correct answer for that one is D, and I marked B. That one was the one about the 200,000 women and sons and daughters of the men of Judah that were taken captive by the men of Israel. I selected made bondmen and bondwomen, but the correct answer was D, sent back home, and that was one of my choices when I eliminated A and C. I thought it would be D, sent back home, or B, made bondmen and women, but it turns out that the correct answer is D. 479, I put down B, and the correct answer is B. That one was the one, that's right, about the spelling of Tilgath-Pilneser. That was answer choice B for 479. All right, 480. The correct answer is C, and that's what I put down, C. That question had to do with King Hezekiah and what he did with the house of the Lord, that it should be C, cleansed and sanctified. Okay, out of that 10, I was able to guess my way into getting 8 of them correct. Let me just make sure here. Yep, that's right, 8 of them correct. I missed 2, so that's an 80%. That is not too bad. It is not a 100%. I really want to get another perfect score real soon, but we'll just have to see. I know that the next set of 10 questions, it'll take us out of the book of II Chronicles and we'll go into the book of Ezra. And Ezra's a pretty good book. It is the first post-captivity book, and in that book we'll learn about the return of the Jewish remnant to the promised land.